Yes, thank you so much for joining us on Insight. It's Citizen FM 93.7. My name is Lawrence Umotte. It's 10 minutes past 10 in the Federal Capital Territory. Meanwhile, before we go on a short traffic alert, the whole area of Secretariat, Foreign Affairs Ministry, Ministry of Finance, and even the Eagle Square, because of some events going on around that area, the traffic is very, very tight. In fact, the whole of that area is a no-go area for people who are not part of that event. So you can have alternative routes if you're passing through that area. Or if you have anything to do there, maybe you need to reschedule so as not to end up spending the whole day in traffic. That's the Secretariat area and Foreign Affairs, Eagle Square. The whole of that area is cordoned off for security purposes. Welcome to Insight. Once again, my name is Lawrence Umotte. Yes, the last may not have been heard about the leadership crisis in the Labour Party. After the 2023 election, a crisis emerged in the ranks of the party leadership. On the 5th of April this year, the Federal High Court in Abuja issued an order restraining the Labour Party's national chairman, Julius Abure, the party's secretary, Farouk Ibrahim, and 2 others from acting as the party's national officials. Julius Abure is still insisting that he is the party chairman, and he remains so. Even just a few days ago also, the NLC president, Comrade Joe Ajero, waded into the matter and also is supporting and cast his support for the embattled Julius Abure. Abure came to limelight as the party's national legal advisor before he emerged the national chairman, under whose Peter Obi became the presidential candidate of the party for the 2023 election. There have been claims and counterclaims since now. A lot has been happening in the party. Suspension galore. A lot of people have been suspending others, and others have been retaliating with reports of suspension. So today on Insight, we are looking at the goings on in Labour Party. What exactly is happening? And we have someone who is going to help us make sense of everything that is happening there. And my guest is Dr. Joseph Ndirang, who is a North Central Coordinator of the Labour Party Presidential Campaign Council. Once again, Comrade, welcome to Insight.
Thank you for having me, Comrade Lawrence.
Yes, it's good to have you in the studio after the election. This is the first time you're coming in after the election, and I know that it's been pretty busy for you as a leader of the party, especially with the goings on of the party. You can join our live stream on YouTube. You type in Citizen FM, and you can listen to this program from anywhere in the world. You can also listen to us online on www.citizenfm.ng. Not forgetting that our social media platforms are also there for you to interact with us on Facebook at Citizen FM Abuja, on Instagram at Citizen FM 937, and also on Twitter at Citizen FM 937. So that's how it's going to be. The Labour Party, what exactly is happening? Comrade Joseph Ndirang is here to help us make sense of it all. Comrade, straight on, let's start this way. What exactly is happening in Labour Party? Briefly, just let us have a sense of what is happening.
All right, thank you very much, Comrade Lawrence. As I've always, I said you are a comrade, and you have always Dutch comrade.
I'm Lawrence.
Thank you very much for having me. Well, I count this a very wonderful privilege to be here this morning to help clear the air on what is happening in the Labour Party. You are all aware, Nigerians are all aware of what transpired during the 2023 election, the kind of impact that the Labour Party had on the political scene in Nigeria. The Labour Party, because of its performance, has generated a lot of enemies. Some of them are the political parties who are the so-called giant political parties. They started by saying, when we started our campaign, they started by saying Labour Party is just about 4 people, tweeting in a room. And when they later saw that the team was graduating more than that, they now went with another propaganda. They said Labour Party has no structure. And when they saw the unprecedented move of the youths in this country and Nigerians in general, how they trooped into the party and how the party was standing, that there's nothing they could do. They now resorted to seeing exactly what they want to do to frustrate the party from getting its mandate particularly. It is very clear that the performance of the party is what makes the enemies jittery. And we have a case in court right now trying to fight for our mandate. And our detractors are those that have been able to penetrate us. Just a few people who have infiltrated the party and wanted even to overrun the party one time. But as I speak to you now, there's nothing that is happening at the national headquarters of the party. I'm inviting you for a tea break as soon as we finish this program. The Comrade Julius Abure, the national chairman of the party, is comfortably sitting in his office. The national secretary is also there, sitting down. The national treasurer is there, and the NWC is even presently meeting. And after this meeting, I will rush to meet them up. Now, there's nothing other than the National Working Committee of the party, by Article 13 of the Constitution of the party, we have 33 members of the National Working Committee. And out of these 33, only 5 people decided to rebel and are causing the confusion that is happening right now. And I want to tell you that the truth of the matter is that there is no case whatsoever on Julius Abure. Even though a court, the High Court in Abuja, tried to restrain him, from exercising his office, he also has gotten a judgment from the same parallel court in Benin. And it has also given him the right, restraining anybody from restraining him. It's funny what happens in Nigeria. So what they are trying to do is, what our detractors are doing is they want to use those 5 people out of 33 to infiltrate the party and then go and withdraw our good case that is before the tribunal.
But comrade, let me ask you this. The Labour Party is supposed to be populated by comrades, by people who look out for the masses. If there is a court order against your party, do you go to another court of coordinate jurisdiction, or you go to a higher court to appeal that judgment? No,
they happen concurrently. It was on the same day, if you look at the...
It was not on the same time. No, one came before the other.
One came the other, yes. One came before the other, but you have to look for a right. In Nigeria,
if you don't find... that is convenient for you.
No, not that it's convenient for you. You have to go to where you can save your neck, because we have black market injunctions.
So is that what you got? Is that what your faction got?
No, that is what our friends got. But we got the lawful one.
Anyway, let's move on.
Yes.
Okay. There is an allegation of forgery against Julius Abure.
Don't belabor yourself. There's nothing like that.
Just a minute. There's allegation of forgery.
Yes.
Upon which the court gave that injunction. Forgery is pretty strong, an allegation for a party as popular as the Labour Party. What is the party doing? What is your faction doing to address that?
Don't call it, but not a faction. Okay, go ahead.
What are you doing to, as a party, even address or discuss that issue of forgery in the first place?
Of course we have. We have checked and cross-checked, and I've discovered that there was nothing like that. The person that went to court, the aspirant, or the candidate that went to court from Ebonyi, bought a form, filled the form by himself, signed the form, and all other things that concerned him are deposited in his file at the national office. Now, the document that is said to be forged, we have checked the signatures and have handed it over for them to see the same signature that he signed on the form is the same signature there.
But we also understand that the police is involved, and even the police also confirmed that there was actually forgery.
No, the police, if the police confirm, has a court found it out? The case they took to court was not the case of forgery. The case they took to court is that he should stop parading himself. That was a civil case. But the police, if they have concluded their investigation, forensic audit of the signatures or investigations, what the rightful thing to do is to take it to the court. And it is only the court of competent jurisdiction that has the right to pronounce him guilty. And while he has not been pronounced guilty, he is still innocent until he is pronounced guilty. So he has a right to remain in the office until he is pronounced guilty by a court of competent jurisdiction.
Oh, okay, comrade. We all know that this was not perhaps the genesis of the crisis. Even before election, we know that there were some pockets of disaffection in some chapters of your party. Ogun State, for example, there was that even before the party. And some of your members, I've spoken to a couple of them, believe that the party leadership did not move quickly to douse some of this crisis before it has now become full-blown.
It is not that they did not dash in quickly. There was no crisis. Our national chairman, Barrister Julius Abure, is a person that is liberal in his governing the party. Now, what happened is that, do you know that the crop of the people, the 5 people I'm telling you, that are the ringleaders of this particular uprising and rebel, are from one side of the country. And Ogun State, because the former National Publicity Secretary, Comrade Arabambi, the former National Publicity Secretary, is from Ogun State. And he sat on the party ticket and make sure that nobody from Ogun, despite the fact that some of us are friends in Ogun that wanted to contest the election. And because he is there in Ogun State, he sat and make sure that we don't have a candidate from Ogun State. If you look critically, you will discover that we don't have a candidate for Ogun State during the presidential, governorship election. And what he did was, only for us to caught him on camera in the house, in the government house of Ogun State. He lifting up the hands of the governor. The pictures are all there. They are here. I can show you. You know, we knew that things have exchanged hands, and that is why that has been done. And let me tell you.
Things like what?
Things have exchanged hands.
Like?
Their hands have been greased just to make sure that they destabilize the Labour Party. Let me come.
Okay,
This is a very important
money?
point. Like money, of course. Okay. Let me come. The former deputy national chairman, that is a Papa himself, who is claiming to be the acting chairman, is from one side of the country, that side of the country. Arabambi is from that side of the country. The legal advisor is from that part of the country. The financial secretary is from that part. So it is a people that belong to the side of the president-elect, so to speak, that are the ones that have done this. So automatically you see the hands of Esau and the voice of Jacob. So at the end of the day, we knew where this is coming. These things are coming from. He lifted what took him to the governor of Ogun State, lifting up his hand, all of them from one side. And they're the only 5 people that have risen up against the party. But we thank God, the National Executive Council met in Asaba and suspended them, because even the National Working Committee that they claim has no power from the Constitution to suspend the national chairman, except they can recommend a suspension to the National Executive Council. So the National Executive Council has passed a vote of confidence on Dr. Julius Abure, and has also suspended them from office, and they cannot be expelled because the National Executive Council does not have the power to do so. They can only be recommended for expulsion to the convention. So we are following this thing gradually, and this is how it should be. So 5 people cannot just come. And in fact, the greatest thing that is bothering us now is that our lawyers are telling us that they've written some of the courts where our cases are, that the cases should be withdrawn.
Okay, I was just coming to that. This is based on hearsay, or do you have any concrete proof?
I said our own counsels from those courts.
That's what I'm saying. They are telling you that based on their evidence,
concrete evidence. They are people of integrity. They cannot come and tell us what is not there.
Okay, just hold on. There is an insight here from one of the parties. Akimbade Onyilekun, who is
the former legal advisor.
Yes, he describes himself as a factional legal advisor of the party, and this is what he had to say concerning that.
There was never a move. There was never an attempt to withdraw the petition of Peter Obi from the tribunal. Of course, I also read it on the news online and all that. And I challenge them. I challenge them to present documents where we actually filed to withdraw the petition of Peter Obi from the tribunal. There was nothing like that. You know, Kennedy and his cohorts, they are just alarmists. They're confusionists. They don't even know what they want. They don't know the direction. We are not ready to withdraw any petition of the Labour Party. And not that alone. He talked about what happened in the party. What happened? They build up to this crisis. Like I told people, no crisis in Labour Party. We only have misunderstanding. Now, we're talking about a court of competent jurisdiction giving an order to restrain 4 officers that were indicted by police investigation reports, not Labour Party reports, police investigation reports, and the Party National Working Committee.
Okay, so that's Akimbade Onyilekun. He was actually speaking this morning on Arise TV. So, how would you react to that?
It is very simple. The facts are just there. Now, you see, the most unsincere person among the rebellists, if I can call them that, is Akimbade himself, who is the former legal advisor of the party. If there was going to be who is the responsible for gathering the documents of the party to the court, he does them. Who is responsible to cross-checking the forms, whether they are in order or not? It was his office that was responsible. So at the end of the day, he is now saying that the case that was taken to court is not is the criminal investigation. And I continue to say, until the court declares Julius guilty, he remains innocent. That is the law of Nigeria. So nobody has the right to stop him from exercising his constitutional power in his office. And as far as we are concerned, Akimbade is instrumental to this because they know what they have done and they know what they are looking for.
Okay, comrade, I'm a little bit curious. As far as your side of the party is concerned, Akimbade and his groups have been suspended.
They have been suspended.
Okay, if they have been suspended, so how come they will now approach the court or the tribunal to withdraw cases? On what basis would that be done?
No, they are pretentiously doing that on the basis of their rebellion. Yes, that is exactly what it is.
I still don't understand. If somebody is not a member of your party, does it have? How would they now approach the court?
They had approached the court before the national work before their suspension. In fact, what led to their suspension more is the issue of the withdrawal of the case. Okay. You understand? And not only His Excellency Peter Obi's case and other cases that we have in other places, because Akimbade is responsible for all court cases.
Comrade, I'm sure you know what the Electoral Act says on withdrawal of petition, and I'm sure your lawyers know what they say. It's not something that somebody can stroll into the tribunal and just withdraw a case. There has to be consent of the petitioners, all of them.
That's why I'm telling you.
You understand? All of them in writing, stating that this withdrawal is voluntary. So, how do you now accuse somebody else who was not even the petitioner?
That is the ignorance is from their part. They don't know.
So it shouldn't be a bother to your party.
No, but we have to, because the public have to be educated on what is happening.
Or is it? Are you using this for political
not at all,
mileage?
Not at all. It's because they rebelled and they tried that act and they discovered that they could not go through with it and they reneged. That is exactly what happened. And they are ignorant of the law. They never knew that the Electoral Act has said all those things you mentioned. So that is it.
Okay. It's still Insight on Citizen FM 93.7, and I've been speaking with Comrade Joseph Ndiran, who is the North Central Coordinator, Labour Party Presidential Campaign Council, and we're talking about the crisis in Labour Party. We will take a short break, and when we come back, there are some other pertinent issues that we will seek to understand, at least through the lenses of Comrade Ndiran. Please don't go away. Insight will return in a moment.
Abuja, let's talk about it on our favorite radio station. Talk to us on 93.7 Citizen FM.
We teach girls shame. Close your legs, cover yourself. We make them feel as though by being born female, they're already guilty of something.
So I think right now we have the chance to be heard, and that's why we're doing it. We're all doing it because we're asking to try and elicit change.
No woman should sit down and allow a man to speak about her reproductive rights.
But it is about opening spaces for other women and not to be seen as token, and that because I'm a woman, I'm only speaking about women at the table. No, I'm speaking about side of the table that is empty, and the women have to be there. So
I want us to leave this world better than we found it. And how I choose to affect change is by speaking up, by being the first, and by being the dominant.
Over 4 billion of the world's population are girls and women, also faced with challenges that affect our world and contributing solutions to them. Let's have conversations and get some answers to them through their eyes and voices. Tune in to Perspectives, where we discuss important issues ranging from climate change, politics, health, the economy, and lifestyle on Citizen FM 93.7 Abuja. Weekdays from midday. Perspectives. Conversations that matter.
.7 Citizen FM. Let's talk about it on our favorite radio station. We're more than just a radio station. We are a part of your life.
Thank you for staying tuned. It's still Insights on Citizen FM 93.7. My name is Lawrence Umotte. It's 10:34, and my guest is still in the studio, Comrade Joseph Ndiran, North Central Coordinator, Labour Party Presidential Campaign Council. Comrade, thank you for staying tuned.
Thank you.
All right. You can still join us on YouTube for our live stream of the program. Type in Citizen FM 93.7, and you can also listen to us online on www.citizenfm.ng. Our social media platforms are still there. On Facebook at Citizen FM Abuja, on Instagram at Citizen FM 937, and also on Twitter at Citizen FM 937. And our phone lines are open now. You can call us on 0903 2229 797. That's 0903 2222 0903 2229 797, or you can call us on 0818 2222 205 or 0818 2222 206. You can call us on any of those numbers. Let's talk. You can also send us a WhatsApp message on any of those numbers and let us talk. My guest once again is Comrade Joseph Ndiran. He's a senior member of the Labour Party, in fact, a member of the kitchen cabinet, and he's been trying to help us make sense of what exactly is happening in the party. So that's how it's going to be. We're expecting your calls any moment from now. Comrade, there is also the allegation from your camp that, Lamidi Papa and his gang are being sponsored by other political parties. Let's take this call first. Hello, good morning. Oh, I think we lost that. You can call us back on 0818-2222-205 or 0818-2222-206. So, comrade, as I was saying, your parties are alleging that, this whole crisis is sponsored from the outside just to derail your petition.
Yeah, and that is the truth about it. If you look at the nature of how the thing is done, the whole 5 of them that came from the southwest, which is in the same constituency with the president-elect, so to speak.
No, he is the president-elect.
To me,
by law, he is the president-elect.
That's why I say so to speak.
There is no so to speak.
No, I have my right. I have my right to think what I think.
No, fact is fact. There's fact is different from opinion. The fact is there is a president-elect until otherwise stated by the court.
I'm waiting for the otherwise because I know there will be an otherwise.
Let's move on.
Let's go on. So as far as we are concerned, we know that these people they are part of us. We do know that they don't have the capacity to run the show the way they are running it, with the kind of sons and everybody that they are using in order to fight us tooth and nail. But I want to say that the mistake they make is that they did not follow the provisions of the constitution of the party. Even as members of the National Working Committee, 5 of them out of 33, even the National Working Committee, complete 33 of them, by the constitution of the party, has no powers to put the chairman out of office, or to put the national secretary out of office, or any of those national treasurer, and then the people that put the so to speak, put away. So you can see that their action is completely unconstitutional, but they had the guts to continue to hire sons, senior advocates of Nigeria. You know how much it costs to hire one son to stand on your case? And these people have sons sponsored so that they can come and destabilize the party.
Just like your party also has sons.
Ours is known to the world. It is voluntary. You here in this station have helped us. You understand? We are the most popular political party in Africa as of now. And very soon, we're going to take over power by means of the ballot papers anyway.
But comrade, isn't it ironical that, you are the most populous country in Africa, you are the fastest growing political party, as you would want to describe yourself, but here is the Labour Party engaged in very vicious leadership crisis. And this is something that we see in other political parties. No one saw this coming for the Labour Party.
No, but
the Labour Party, the Labour Party is not as if it's a new political party.
It is not.
But because how come just now that we now have this kind of scramble for the soul of the party?
Well, the scramble came, as I said in the beginning, that the feat that the party achieved during the presidential election is what has risen all this hatred for the party by the existing political parties. And wrestling power is not gotten on the streets. You heard what the presidential candidate of APC said, that they should grab it, take it, seize it, anyhow, get it. So when he was saying all those things, he's telling you exactly what they will do. And we were prepared for them. In fact, we've not seen anything yet. We will wrestle this power with the last blood of our drop until we get our mandate, which the people of Nigeria has given us.
That's within the confines of the law.
That's why we're following. They said we should go to court, and we're in court, and they are afraid.
Okay. Before I ask you the next question, I want us to listen to the take of your presidential candidate on this crisis.
Okay.
They are fighting us. They are fighting the party. It is for us. It's not going to be easy. From the one, I said it's not going to be an easy fight. They're trying to remove all those who have lived off this confusion for years. They're not going to go away laughing. They're going to fight back. It will take time. Whatever happens, we must stay the course because we want to build a new Nigeria. We want a Nigeria where Nigerians will be proud to say they're Nigerian. I'm a Nigerian. committed in Nigeria. I don't have any dual nationality. So this is my own country. And I said it that even if there's war outside this country, if I'm outside, I'll come back because it's my country. So I'm committed to it, and I want them to be committed for it. It is those people that are fighting us collectively will win.
Yes, that Peter will be your presidential candidate on this crisis.
I was standing right behind him in Asaba, where he met this.
Okay, a lot of people are wondering, is it that your presidential candidate have lost grip of the party? He should have been able by now to sort out this problem in the party.
No, listen to me, Comrade Lawrence. Someone in your office here can, in your absence, while you're not on this seat, can walk in here and call himself Lawrence and just take over. You understand? This is the thing they have been doing in Nigeria. These are the things that we are running from. That is why our fight is for the creation of a new Nigeria. Our concern is for a new Nigeria. Nigerians are tired, and we want to change everything concerning this country so that we can be given the power as citizens. Now, the greatest office in a country is not the office of the president. The greatest office in the country is the office of the citizens. And when the citizens say, this is the man that we want, and they send this thing to infiltrate the party in order to cause confusion, I said they cannot, because we are one. You can see the president of the Nigerian Labour Congress, Comrade Joe Ajero. Joe Ajero went to the secretariat angrily. In fact, the party, this party is the baby of the Nigerian Labour Congress. Similarly, with all other political Labour parties in the world, we have about 57 political parties in the world, in 57 countries in the world. And we are presently governing in 7 of them, the last one being Brazil, by Comrade Lula. Now, let me tell you, this party has come to stay, come what may, and there is nothing that they can do. The only thing is we will wait for the tribunal. Nigerians are already boiling. We knew what we did in order to restrain the youth from coming out, because they expected us to come out and start riot and start protesting so that they can do what they did at NSAS. We beat them to it this time around. We told the youths, wait, your right must come to you. Let's follow it judiciously. If at the end of the day we don't get justice and it is clear to Nigerians, nobody will tell Nigerians what to do. They know what to do.
Okay, Comrade, talking about the petition tribunal and the outcome of the election. A few days ago, your presidential candidate and even your party we are reported to have questioned INEC on what it called the non-neutrality of INEC. And this has sent a lot of tongue wagging. INEC, from your petition, is a defender in that case. So how do you expect INEC to be neutral in such a case when you went to court to challenge the result of the election as released by INEC? So how is INEC supposed to be neutral in such a petition?
Can you run a research from your station all over the country and ask Nigerians whether the INEC that we have under Mahmoud, whether the INEC under Mahmoud is neutral in all that has happened? You saw, typical of it is what happened in Adamawa. You saw what that man did. Listen, all that I can tell you is that from all intent and purposes, INEC of 2023 is an INEC that is biased, is an INEC that is compromised, it is an INEC that is not neutral. I can say that anywhere.
Comrade, let's not mix things up here.
We're not making anything up.
Let's take it step by step, Comrade.
Yes.
If you're talking about INEC neutrality in terms of conducting election, that's a no-brainer. But we are talking about a case in court. You dragged me to court, said what I did was not perfect. And when I get to court, I try to defend myself. And you say, no, Lawrence, you should have been neutral in this matter. It doesn't really sound logical,
They are not the first defendants in the case. Do you understand me? And in most cases, INEC is dragged because it is an institution. INEC is not the person. Unlike the way they run things in this country, that they don't run institutions, they run persons. Do you understand me? So the truth of the matter is that INEC is just dragged in because they are the ones that did the election. Okay? But the people that are supposed to be the defendants are the people that should defend themselves. But INEC cannot come and be arguing for the people So that shows exactly the kind of role they played during the presidential election. And let me put it to you this way, so that it can be clearer. INEC promised Nigerians that they have introduced technology into our electoral process, and that made everyone to rush and say that this time around our elections are going to be perfect, and so people rush and did it. Only for INEC. INEC promised that they're going to, from the polling units where the results are going to be generated, will be put on the RF for everyone to see in the world. They didn't do that.
All right.
So listen, you don't want me to tell you how unneutral they are.
Comrade, these arguments have been on and on since I've started.
But that is the truth.
These are not new.
But they are true. They are the blatant truth that you cannot run away from. And that makes them not neutral.
These are arguments that the courts, that the tribunal will have to decide one way or another. But we need to.
The greatest tribunal is the tribunal of the people.
Okay.
Of the citizen. Let me use your Citizen FM.
Okay. But seriously, we need to move on, comrade. Here is the Labour Party sounding, pontificating about how things should be done right and everything. Your last primaries was almost a sham, so to speak. In Bayelsa, in Imo State, in Kogi, we had reports of several primaries going on at the same time by Labour Party. This is a party that believes that things should be done well. If Labour Party cannot organize primaries, then do you have a moral right to question INEC in organizing a national election?
Thank you very much for that question. I'm so happy. You know why? I am a member of the screening committee that screened all the aspirants from Imo, from Bayelsa, and from Kogi. I was on the committee. Okay? We did our screening, we did everything. Let me tell you what happened. It is this same group of people that decided to go to one side in the states while we are conducting the primary. I conducted my own primary in Bayelsa. Nobody came out from Bayelsa. I conducted my primaries. They came, they were in a hotel. They wanted to lure the aspirants, the 6 aspirants from Bayelsa, to go to their hotel to have the primaries. They were with us because the chairman of the Bayelsa primary is the governor-elect that was with me there at Bayelsa. We conducted our primary, there was nothing. But what they did was they went to Imo. While the chairman of that particular election is supposed to be His Excellency himself, and then deputized by the governor-elect in Imo, Abia governor-elect. They were supposed to be there as chairman and co-chairman. Where they centered the election to take the primary election to take place, these guys went and took another place. They divided themselves into 2 in order to cause more confusion. The former youth leader was conducting one, and then one of the vice chairman was conducting one, making 3 if you join it with what we have. And then there were some aggrieved people who were removed from the party since 2 years ago. They went and conducted their own. But who has the list of those that are really the aspirants that paid money? It is us. None of those people that went there paid money into the party's account for the forms. So if you investigate these things, you just know that these things are deliberately sown in order to create the discord that is required. But unfortunately, excuse me, the party is presently issuing certificates to those that have won the primary. And they don't have any certificate to issue these people. If they do, INEC will not recognize it, because INEC does not recognize the signature of anybody apart from Abure and our national secretary. So that is it.
Okay, comrade, before we round off, we are really pressed for time. We have about 5 minutes to go, and I'm sure we can squeeze in 1 or 2. Meanwhile, we can still take 1 or 2 calls. You can call us on 0903 22 29 797, or you can call us on 0818 22 22 205 or 0818 22 22 206. Any of those numbers, call us and let's talk. My guest is Comrade Joseph Nderang, who is the North Central Coordinator, Labour Party Presidential Campaign Council. And we've been trying to see what is happening in the Labour Party and some other issues. Comrade, number of lawmakers elect.
Very well.
Now, are there plans in the offing by your party as a party to have any alliance with the other opposition party in terms of trying to get some officers of the National Assembly elected?
Well, I'm telling you that they also know that because in all the meetings they are carrying of the House of Representatives are right now at the National Secretariat of the party. So we're on the same page. And they know there's no crisis. And it is happening at the National Secretariat. I said it's 5 people, 5 Euro. Anyway, let me not say Yoruba people.
But you said it.
I didn't say.
Anyway, I think it's the party needs to take a second look at that crisis in the interest of the country's democracy. It's not every Nigerian that is a member of the Labour Party, but Nigerians would want this democracy to thrive. And the way this democracy can thrive is the political parties to be strong, the opposition parties to be strong, and everyone together hold government at different levels accountable. So as we go, what are you saying to your party members who are worried about what is going on in the Labour Party?
I want to seize this opportunity to tell the teaming members of the Labour Party, the rank and file membership of the Labour Party in Nigeria, to remain strong and continue to support the political party, especially our support groups, our NGOs and all other organizations that are supporting us, that they should continue to support the party. We're still standing strong. We're not giving up until we collect back our mandate. So on our mandate, we stand.
All right. Thank you so much, Comrade Joseph Nderang, North Central Coordinator, Labour Party Presidential Candidate. It's been a pleasure listening to you.
Thank you very much.
All right. So that's our package on Insight and the last edition for the week. Insight returns tomorrow on Monday with another edition. My name is Lawrence Umotte. Enjoy the rest of your day.